Hello, welcome back to Took's Craft Table. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's well, and I was sharing a little bit process here and there on my Facebook on how how I prepare the prayer journal, and some of you asked if you could see how I work on this kind of process. So most of the stuff I am doing, I just preparing the page, sewing the pockets and all that kind of thing, which is pretty much very simple process and boring stuff, right? So, and I promise that if I come into like some technical process, that I will share, because some of you may be new to making journal and reconstructed from old book. This is the book, the cover that I prepared last night. I expand from this book like to this one. So I want to show today how I take apart cover. Sorry. Take off the cover and reinforce the spine and reuse the material. I mean, it's not even look close to what it was, but we just want to keep this material, right? This is once upon a time it's a letter like this. So this is a really good shape one that I took it off this morning, and I think the glue is dry, and I will reinforce more because I still hear some cracking. The more I use Distress Collage medium, and then I use matte one. They also have the vintage color that already add color to it, but I think because of this cover doesn't need to be darkened, so that's why I didn't want to use that one, and I use this one, and then I use 3-in-1 glue and art glitter glue and Arlene. So the reason I have so many glue type I use, because I use them in different steps and purpose. Like I use matte medium to glue and seal down these, and then I use Arlene to glue the fabric on these for the book block. And I use these fabric tag or 3-in-1 to glue down these, because it's going to be contacting quite a lot of moist. So this is a silicone base, so the water shouldn't be bother like affect when I try to apply these on top. So and then I have this one I prepare, well, not really prepare, but I am working on, and I thought, I'll bring you along how I do this. So let's start with us to take apart this leather. Make sure your cutter is sharp. I really like the 30-degree blade. I find it more it's easier to use than the regular one. This is, whoops, I think I glued it down. This is I use it to clean the paint. So you can see the difference. I prefer this 30-degree. So that's what I I use for this one, for this job. I mean, Oh, why is my throat? It's been crazy. It's super cold today. So Friday, my husband and I got our booster, and I was like running fever on Friday and Saturday. Not bad, but aching all over my arm. But my husband a bit more, and he he still have runny nose. And this is gonna be taking like time consuming, so take your time. And this is, whoops, sorry, that's my phone. So you just need to take out the leather, so you don't need to take out a lot of layer, just a thin layer that about leather thickness. And just take your time, just go down and peel it off. And that's why it is time consuming. I start this project like right after Christmas, and yeah, it's been more than 2-3 weeks now, because restoring or keep using the old material is not as easy, right? Because if you make a mistake, you're doomed. Because you can't replace it. This is really fragile. So anyway, I feel better, but then Sunday afternoon, not night, I fell down the couple stair, tumbling down, and I think I land on my left arm, and then I cracked the watch that my daughter just gave it to me for my Christmas, and got a few bruises on my shoulder and my arm. So I just recover soreness from vaccine, and then and then I have this accident, but nothing break. I didn't break any hip or anything. And this one, it's so like fragile, so you can't really keep the attached. So you see how the sewing, like in the 1800 book. So this is the book block that we will be reused using the page. Let's see the really beautiful book plate. Yeah, this will be included in the journal. So I am going to get rid of this cracking piece, because we don't want to add these to our spine, back to our spine. And see here, we're missing, I might steal from this one, like this one really damaged, right? I might steal some material to cover there, or just leave it. These will be there. So I will fast forward on this one. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry, and then we will paint and then hold in this. Oh shoot! Sorry, I shouldn't wash the brush too quick. I want to show you what I did with the cover. I used the same thing. See, I used the matte medium go over and the edge and everything just to reinforce. So what I am going to do here to do the cover, just to fix it. Glue everything back if you can, you know, even it's like tiny pieces. And it's very dusty, so if you have a nice small little vacuum to clean up as you go, it will really help. I got it from my daughter. I used to have a big one nearby, but my daughter, she has it for her dorm or apartment when she's in university. And when she came home, she said, "You need these?" I say, "Yep." So try to glue down whatever it lifted up or any pieces that are about to fall off. And then cover the whole piece. And just remember, I'm going to seal these again with the acrylic clear paint that I always do with all my cover. Not all, but hardcover like this. If it's the, you know, because our print, if it the book is not from book like a old book page or anything, the printer, you know, we don't know over time it will fade or not, and you know, even if it get moist, the ink might run, and you know, good to seal your work. And yeah, so please, this is how I do things. I'm not saying that this is the right way or anything, so please don't quote me. I just want to show you how I do this. You know, it's not a set and stone rule, but I find this method is working for me to reconstruct the old cover, and so, and I thought I would share what worked for me. And you know, if you find this is like not, if you find a better way to do things and correct way to do things, please do. And no judging. We each learn to do things our own way, and just remember we are in different environment and situation, right? Something you have, I don't, I have and you don't, so don't compare or don't judge, right? To make crafting more fun. No competition, no judging. No right or wrong. Your style may not my style, and doesn't mean you're right, I'm wrong, or I'm wrong, I'm right, you're wrong. So please be nice and be kind. You know, we're here to share what we learn. And it's so funny that, this person, well, when I said this person, like, it's only this person who go around at people's channel that I know and complain how boring and, you know, disappointed the video will be. Like, if she has any idea, how hard work it is to put the video together. Like, even like a 10-minute video, take that person for hours to create, and maybe sometimes they make mistake, they have to refilm. It could be the whole day for them to come out with that 10-minute. And instead of, she's to appreciate it, but she just, like, I think you all probably know who I was talking about, but maybe who she is, right? I still like I still don't want to have, like, whatever excuse she has, she still have no right to bad, you know, to make people feel bad just because they come here to offer time to hang out, to craft and have fun, to encourage and inspire, right? So I just don't agree, because I do complain on my Facebook, and some people said just maybe she's not well or something. Well, just because you're not well doesn't mean you should drag everybody down with you, right? Maybe reach out. Maybe we can help pull you up, rather than pull everyone down with you. Anyway, I don't know why I'm in this mood, but I just felt like I felt bad for people. Like, she did it twice to my channel. She said my channel is so boring, and she was looking for inspiration and she couldn't find it, and very disappointed. I'm like, well, move on, woman. But even though we say let it go, but it's hard. It's so hard. So anyway, I'm gonna paint these now. No, before I paint, I need to do something first. I would like to snip here. Just be careful, and no, it should be this way. Angle this way. Sorry, I angled the wrong way. Angle. So, and I have cut cardstock that have the same, well, same size, I think. Yep, this one happened to be perfectly same size. So I'm gonna glue that there to reinforce, another reinforcement. When I done this step, then I can paint. And the paint I use just simple burnt amber. Got this from my Amazon. You can hear everything Amazon, because I never leave the house. I can ask my husband to drive me places, but I just don't want him to be like, take any risk. He go out once a week to get grocery, and I think that's enough. Oh, I have trouble with these thicken up, and I could not find my acetone. I've been using alcohol, rubbing alcohol. Oh, what a mess now. What a mess. So I've been using like rubbing alcohol, but it just make the glue so thin and not sticky. Quick, come on! I don't want to dry out. Oh, now it's too much. Yeah. Put up to the light and you will see, you kind of see the guideline. There. Now, I also couldn't find, oh, now it's so gloppy. Oh, what a mess I made. Um, this is so desperate. I couldn't find any of my twine or anything. So I happen to have this elastic that I made the, what do you call, the Dory style for my daughter. I make a journal for her because she's going to use it as a prize at her event. She's event planner for some kind of support event, and so one of my journal would be a prize. It's very nice of her to ask for it. She's like, Mom, would you like to be our donor? I'm sure, why not? Yeah, I always teach my daughter to give back to the community. Since she was like 6 years old, like have one of her birthday when we lived in Bangkok. Um, I have like a really big event for her birthday one time when she turned 6. No, she turned 7, and she asked her friend to donate all the toy, well, not all the toy that they don't use or less favored. So we collect some clothing and money to go to the orphanage in Bangkok. That time we lived in Bangkok. She wasn't happy about it back then, but then after she went to, because it wasn't just the money go to, right? We take food. Mostly they ask for is the laundry detergent. So and dry rice. So that's what we. I also, like at my office, I have a box and ask for donation from friend or people who went by, and people donate in the box, and then we use that money to buy laundry detergent and rice and any dry good. So we went, and then I hired ice cream truck to go there to surprise the children. It was fun. So we played game with it's so different when you ask the kid to donate money to charity here, right? But actually, because she was 7, she doesn't understand why would I give my birthday to other people or other children, right? So we took her there, and we played game with other kid, and we called the kid to come pick out their their present, which is the toy that her friend donated. Yeah, so it was interesting, experience for her. And then after the game, the ice cream truck came, and I think it was the highlight. Kids had lunch, and then I also like get. It's easy to get like not catering, but like a lunch box, right? So we got like about 150 boxes of lunch to take out, and then the kid has it, and then we all sat down, have lunch together with the kid after the game. And then the ice cream truck came, and it was just a blast, and she still talk about it. I think that's, you know when you want to teach children to give, right, or involve with the community, you just have to get them to get their hands on, because they don't get the concept. They don't understand. I mean, they do at certain length of it, but to completely understand the the privilege we have, and some don't, right? Not just being an orphan or anything, but in general, we may have more than other, and and what we can give, we should, right? And that's how. Doesn't look like the paint want to touch these glue spot. I should have gesso down first. Um, but anyway, so I was just trying to say that, trying to teach my daughter to appreciate and give back to the community. And yeah, so okay. But here it's I don't think you have the orphanage house, or I don't think you can visit me, but they only ask for support. And my husband, he he have four charity that he support annually and monthly. And of course, sick kid, right? It's our main charity or hospital that we support. So I can't remember why I came to this story. I just think that people should be nice, nice to each other no matter what. But saying that, I'm not nice to that woman to talk about her behavior. I just don't think it should be acceptable, right? So I'm gonna paint these and let it dry. I might pause the video or keep doing it and speed it up. We'll see. And it's okay. You don't have to tape, because it's so fragile to not to tape it. So just keep wiping it off if you come over to this area, to the leather part. So you just have to keep doing so many layer of this paint, just so that you can cover the whole book cloth. I mean, you can spend money on book cloth, but oh my goodness, like a roll of book cloth, I don't think I can justify, for that. So by the time we're done this, that cover gonna be done. So I have to do, well, I don't have to do it. I think I have 10 interests, but once I'm done, I will contact everyone who said they're interested in this book. And if I don't hear from them or they change their mind, I will put whatever left over in the shop. So keep an eye out if you did not put an order in and would like to have one of these prayer book. I mean, I have to warn you, you have to look at the earlier video to get the dimension and measuring of the actual size. It's not a regular book size. It's really small. I would say a pocket book that fit in your palm. That's why I think it's such a perfect prayer book. Oh, this, I just bought this. This is not even old. Why is it so gloppy already? You know, I shouldn't complain. I'm buying cheap paint. If I paint more often, like Darcy, Miss Media Adventure, Miss Mixed Media Adventure, um, I would buy like a good paint. I just don't use them enough. Darcy did so much beautiful, like so many beautiful jelly painting. I love her painting. She doesn't believe me when I said it's beautiful. You did a really amazing job, Darcy. I love everything. Like they all turned out good. Whatever you show me so far, show us, and so far they all look amazing. Hmm. Okay, I think I'm gonna give this a try and see what if I need to uh, to add anymore, because this part, I think it's probably thick glue here. It doesn't seem to want to absorb the paint. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry, and if you hear the hum noise, that's my heater. It's another cold day, and I'm not sure I want to take Darcy out after. I can't say it loud. Don't tell him. We'll see. We'll see how. It's so cold. Okay. I want to show you how I prepare the book block spine. I said book block spine. Also cut out a cardstock, piece of cardstock and a fabric. I choose this red because it's kind of similar to inside, closest fabric that I can find that I have, like, you know, for the inside cover. So let's see. And this one I use Arlene because it doesn't seep through. I should have tipped down all the glue. This one, it has a lot, but it's so thick. I just have to try to find my acetone to add to that. It's so hard to use, but soon it will become unusable because it's so thick. This one. And when you fold down these part, make sure you angle these down a little bit so you have some wrinkle here, same as this one. Not much, but a little bit. So you have some of the folding or wrinkle or what you call it. There. And then when it's dry, you just get your template, which I have it right here and I can find it. Yep, thing just disappeared. Anyway, you get the idea, and that's what it will look like. And then you just, once you get your template mark, you mark on these and then you start curving with your hand. It doesn't need to be like super curved, right? So once it dry, it will dry curve like this. And then I have these I got these from Patty. Thank you, Patty. This is a vintage trim. So I'm going to use it as a headband for the inside spine. I don't know what you call it, but I call it inside spine. Okay. Messy, and then I'll cut this in half. This has really bugged me. This one, because I put alcohol in it, a rubbing alcohol, and now it's not stick at all. I mean, it's flow nicely. It's the consistency I want, but it will not stick anything, not even paper to paper. I do not know why. So let's put this headband on and be happy. Because I know how much I wanted to show, so I kind of, I don't know how you, like a little bit to pop up there. Not a lot. Don't make sure, because some is nice to pop up, not too much, you know. I don't like the headband too big, too much show. And it's just perfect amount of gold to add to the rest of the cover. So I got the pockets and page is sewn where it should be. So the next thing, the big thing is just to get the cover ready and get the signature on the block and put the block back in and start decorating it. It's a lot of work, I mean, to reconstruct the old book, because of there's so many things that I want to add to or save, especially when you want to add the old element back. Not easy to make it from scratch, just like dressmaking, right? I mean, when people bring an old dress and say, oh, can you fix this or remodel it, I'm like, I would if you would take apart in pieces for me because that's the part I don't like the most, right? To take them apart and then put them back on. I I make I build faster with new stuff, like from scratch. So this is, I just want to show you what this looks like. Uh, so maybe the next video I can come and show you how I put these together, like, and the gold tape here. And it's still like, I mean, it's flexible. Just don't try to flatten it, because you don't want to go against what you try to build, right? Because it might crumble, but this is what you build it, and then everything that you reconstruct, it's going to this shape. But if you go against the shape, it might not last. So that's what I'm trying to say. I just don't know the word. Yeah, so this is the, and this is, and then see the headband, it's gonna show a little bit, not too much. See, when you look at the side, you're gonna see, and maybe move this up a little bit. Yeah, so you can see it pop up a teeny bit there, not overwhelmed. And then this part, like, yeah, and then, but if you look at the, then you will see a nice gold trim here. I just add the nice finish to the journal, that's all. Yeah, so that's the process that I'm using to reconstruct this book. And it's gonna become and expanding the spine by using the old spine, like existing spine that come with it. And this is dry, so I will be painting this next, and we'll see you next video with the new next steps. I mean how far I can go from adding this is going to be next, is adding this piece to, no, adding this piece to the spine and sewing signature into the block. Okay, we'll see you next video, and thank you so much everyone for stopping by, and feel free to ask questions or anything. And if you want to chat more, just join my Facebook group. It's What's on Your Craft Table. The link gonna be down below. So come and join us and share your technique, ask question, and yeah, so we'll see you and have a lovely week. Bye.